Are you sure we're live?
We're live.
Are you
should be live. I think so.
Dallas, are we live?
Hi, everybody. We are Neokie Outdoors.
Oh, here, you want me to hit record on that?
You don't have to hit record yet.
Well, too late. It's recording now.
We're starting our podcast tonight, so we decided we want to go TikTok live, and we're going to have a YouTube video of it, everything else. So I guess we'll start to my left and introduce ourselves.
Dusty.
Forrest.
I'm Travis.
I'm Matt.
And there's 4 of us from Neokie. So, kind of just want to just talk about some stuff that's active in the Oklahoma outdoors. And
Man, you nervous? Quit messing with your hat. Dude.
I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm real nervous. I feel like I'm the only one talking.
You got more tongues out of it than anything else.
Just so you know, it's you and Forrest started this, so we
You moved your hat like 6 times.
Yeah, I know. Makes me feel thinner.
Well, I'll start it off. The big thing in Oklahoma that's getting a lot of flack is the 1 buck state. I personally don't agree with it. I am going to shoot however I want to. And if I only get 1 buck out of the season, then I only shoot 1 buck out of the season. I shot 1 this year and a doe. And I hunted fairly hard in a lot of hard places. So, I mean...
What do you carry like?
Okay. I hunted five steps out of town, but I was in Spavinaw a lot. Yeah,
that is true.
So
that's true. I mean, my theory on it is the state of Oklahoma doesn't have us out there hunting for a big buck. They have us out there hunting for population control. And if they think that we need to take 2 bucks, there's a reason for it. Not because we have big bucks in Oklahoma, but because we need to take 2 bucks a year to keep the population under control.
I can tell you, I put pipe in the ground for a living, and I don't have a degree in wildlife management, so I can sit here and manage a property and probably make it pretty decent and have decent deer, but.
I mean, clearly, these 2 were taken off the same property out of the...
No,
just down the road.
Just down the road. They're only about
just down the road from each other.
7 miles apart.
Yeah. But they were in the same year and from the same person. Mm-hmm. So you can't... I mean, they're big deer, especially around here. I'd be happy to shoot either one of them. But, what do you think, Dusty?
I don't know. I can't say anything. I didn't shoot a deer this year. I shot one in a couple years.
He's here for support.
Yeah, I'm here for moral support. That's all that is.
You can touch it.
I can just touch it one time.
Yeah. Touch it and rub on it. It's fine. Yeah. And,
now, if Oklahoma's wanting to go to a 1 deer state,
1 buck.
1 buck, yeah, my bad.
Get it right, we're live.
I'm as nervous as he is. A 1 buck state, there has to be some evidence to back it. What's going to be the long-term gain for the hunters? What's going to be the long-term gain for the population? That's what I need to see. I'm sure it's out there. I just haven't looked all that hard, though.
when we was doing youth season, and now they make it a buck for the kids, and you can shoot buck or a doe or whatever. And I remember going and just seeing nothing but bucks when I was a kid. Like in that youth season, when we had 3 days, and you just see nothing but bucks, but they all be grouped together. I don't ever think it's ever going to make it to, like I said, a 1 buck state, just because there's way too many deer. I mean, this. And if you don't want to shoot but 1 mature buck, just shoot 1 mature buck. No. That's it. That's just my thought on it. You don't have to kill. You don't have to kill 2 bucks just because you can.
You can control your property just like everybody else can.
Yeah. Or anywhere.
I'll tell you what I think is the biggest problem, and this is seriously the biggest thing I think is the problem, and it's the squirrel population. Everybody go out and shoot squirrels. I'm telling you, it is a big problem. It is a big problem. The squirrels eat all the acorns. The deer don't grow. Yeah, that is the problem.
Yeah, my problem is that 15-point buck that comes walking in right at daytime turn around. little old squirrel back there.
That's right. It's a squirrel problem. I see 100 squirrels in a mile radius.
That's true.
It's a squirrel problem.
Eating all the food.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, we need to manage this and manage that. Yeah, manage the squirrels.
Yeah,
Get a hold of the squirrels. Everybody start killing their limit on squirrels and call it good.
that's true. I mean, if they ain't got the nutrients, they ain't gonna grow. So
Yeah. Kill the squirrels. That's all I'm saying.
Is that going to be the new slogan? Kill the squirrels?
Yeah. Neokie Outdoors endorses squirrel killing.
but
Guys, we're doing this in my shop, and I got
As you can
five.
tell.
I got 5 kids, and they are all intrigued on what we were doing out here.
Yeah.
So I got
And they-
5 kids, a dog, and a wife. So
and they
listen,
don't have a school tomorrow.
you take one buck away from me, you better give me another doe because I got to have all of them that I can get.
Well, that's the thing. They're not even. Most people that are wanting the 1 buck aren't even bringing up swapping it for a doe tag.
Well, I can tell you right now, I hunt a lot of Fort Gibson WMA, not the WMA, the branch off the WMA, and I've seen herds of 30 to 40 doe.
They need to open a rifle
Oh, yeah,
season
that's-
down
Well, they
there.
don't. You can't shoot though with a rifle down there. That's
No,
the reason there's so
bow
many.
only.
Anything up here is bow only.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
For does.
all the properties
And
that I've
much
hunted out here public, it has been huge herds of does.
Mhm.
5 to 25.
Mhm.
And then you'd have 1 or 2 bucks, obviously, with them, but the doe population has exploded.
And
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta understand, they're freaking smart too. They ain't just
No,
dumb does.
does
They got
are the
dumb
smartest
does.
ones. The
Yeah.
bucks look at the does and learn off of what the does are doing.
Mhm.
Them does know as soon as you step out of the truck over there in Fort Gibson's. I mean, you can be sitting still, camouflaged in, no wind, they'll look right at you. I mean,
Yeah.
swear to God, you can sit in the tree. I get there at 4 a.m. in the tree. Nobody knows I'm there but me. And they're looking
And
at
that
me when they
doe-
walk in.
yeah.
I can take you right now to this place up down the road from here, and you can go out there and you can count 30 or 40 doe in their field
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
There's nobody, not 1 buck, but you can count 30 or 40 doe where
Yeah,
nobody's done no doe patrol out there for sure.
Yeah.
there's more deer out there than we know of. Just because we get these on camera.
What's just
doesn't
down the road
mean-
from me and you? I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, there's more deer out here than what we get on camera too. I mean,
Me and Matthew, we had a place that we managed
Mm-hmm.
for years,
Mm-hmm.
and we would have bucks come through at night, and we'd never see them again. Like big drop tines, big Boone and Crockett,
Yeah.
massive
yeah.
deer. And we'd see them one time on camera, and we'd never see them again.
Or seeing before early bow season.
Yeah.
If we didn't get in there early, we'd never get a chance at them, and that's
And then we end up shooting like little basket 8s and 10s. But
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all you had.
if they're out there, you're going to shoot them, especially if you're trying to feed a family.
Yeah.
I mean, I rely on.
that's
a lot
all you've
of-
seen all season. Besides,
Yeah.
and besides fawns, feeding fawns. Is
Yeah.
what we see.
I rely on my deer meat
Yeah.
that I get every year to feed my family. So I mean, if it walks in front of me, I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
Now, as the older I get and the more that I, kind of know more about management, I try to not shoot a spike if it walks in front of me. But
If it's last day of season and that spike walks out, that's a bad time to walk out.
Dusty needs to kill something.
Yeah, I gotta get something.
don't shoot anything or don't pass anything up on the first day that you would pass up on the last day.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's about where I look at it as.
Them spikes eat good too. I'm just throwing that out there.
Nice and tender.
Cut them with a fork.
See, my thing is, I'm not antler hunting, right? Like, I'm not looking for huge bucks. I'm looking for food. That's
Yeah,
me.
but you killed a nice buck off public land.
I did
You
kill
killed a very nice buck off public
It's
land.
been a while.
Yeah, it was a
Did
couple years ago. 14 point with a nice drop tine on it. But he was an older buck. He didn't eat all that great. But that's not something I'm gonna pass up either. I don't think many people would pass something that big up. For the most part, mainly hunting for meat.
And I think that's a lot of Oklahomans in general. Is everybody 90% of everybody's probably just hunting for meat. They're not really looking for that big antlered buck. I mean, you got seasoned guys. I know Tyler. He's a member. This year he didn't shoot a single deer.
Yeah.
But he was looking for a big deer.
He's holding out for like a Boone and Crockett.
Yeah.
That's because his kid was filling the freezer.
That is
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
His son.
It helps when you have a kid that's dead eye.
Yeah. Yeah, he don't need to worry about filling the freezer. He's got kids that can fill the freezer. He can shoot a big deer.
And the boys were taking care of the squirrel population.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw the pictures with the kids holding them squirrels up.
Oh, that video is on there.
Yeah.
By the way, if you haven't followed us on Instagram or anything like that, the links are in our bios, so if you want to swing over there and follow us. We post a lot more on Instagram than we do TikTok because they're a little bit more liberal on TikTok about what we can show. So there's some cool stuff over on Instagram. Oh
I
God!
hope that didn't mess
Oh,
up.
thank God!
Okay, it's still recording. We had a time getting the computer set up. We ended up having to call our technician, which is my wife.
After calling your mother, though.
Yeah, I did have to call my mom
Twice.
Yeah.
And his sister.
If you want to know the relationship between me and my mom, I called her once. She answered the questions that I asked, and then the second time I called her and she didn't answer. When I told her I thought I had it figured out, she didn't answer. So I figured she figured I figured it out, or
Yeah.
would eventually.
She said, he'll figure it out.
Would y'all, I know y'all want to talk about it, so you two are coon hunters. We all hear about the dog bill.
Last I heard, they pulled the bill from getting voted on because they're adding amendments to it. And I seen a deal today that said they had worked with some other people, or some people that went down there to work with the senator that's supposed to be writing this bill, and they're trying to add verbiage to the bill that excludes hunting dogs out of this thing completely, which
That's what I heard.
it should be that way, because I mean, you can't tell your dog, okay, stay on this side of the fence. I can keep myself from going on that side of the fence as best as possible, but if they ain't coming back, you want me to leave my dog out there? You want me to go get my dog?
Heck,
You know,
we
that's-
turned out that one night. We turned them facing north,
and they went south,
and they went
3
south.
miles.
Yep, that was a good night.
And that
They
was
treated-
screaming at them the whole time, come back! We ended up on 3 properties over. Didn't know who the heck's property we were on. But,
They still treat.
yeah,
That's a plus.
we still got a coon. We still kill coons.
Yeah.
I ate that coon the next day.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna have to be real hungry. I'm gonna have to be real hungry.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I've had better, but it wasn't bad.
We trap beaver and stuff. I eat that backstrap out of the beaver.
I can't
But
believe
I
you still do
man,
that.
I don't know. There's something about a coon. I just can't bring myself to eat it. I don't know.
Every time I try to eat beaver, all I think about is when me and you were in the front yard puking our guts up from the smell off of that one.
I don't even know if it was just. So I had a chew in. And I was gonna mount that head of that beaver, and I got it all cut around it. And I went to remove the head, and about the time I went to remove it, I coughed and I sucked a flake down my throat, and I started gagging. Well, I threw up, and then Travis, he starts gagging behind me. Well, then we
Because
got
he threw up.
You're a sympathetic puker.
Yeah. Silas is standing there on the side of the road like, what is wrong with you guys? Shoot.
Back to the coon dog issue for the people that might not know what you're talking about. Can you kind of break it down of what they're trying to put in?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hadn't even looked into it. I've just seen what.
So I read a little bit on it. And it started out first, from what I understood, was if your dog went onto the neighbor's property that you don't have permission to be on and harassed wildlife, you get a $250 ticket. And if they can't prove to you that it's your dog, the game warden is able to decide what to do with said dog. Whether to impound it or
Dispatch it or
whatever they want to do with it, then that's what happens. Which I would say most of the time they're probably just going to take it to the pound, and then they let the pound decide what to do. But you know,
you got a good coon dog. He's not chasing cows.
a good coon dog. Your money is the sky's the limit. On a good coon dog, you know, like you put a lot of money into that thing, but it's a dog. Like the dog's going to do what a dog's going to do at the end of the day. Like I said, being responsible, we can try our best to keep them off of places, but would you rather me be on your front door at 2 o'clock in the morning? Hey, can I go get my dog? Or do you want me just get it and go? Because that's 9 times out of 10 what we do. Get it and leave.
I say, as long as you're not destroying property, harassing the livestock,
Oh,
grab them and go.
He did say 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So on the 10th one,
On the 10th
if
one.
it's a big coon, we gonna shoot it out of that tree.
That's the big food competition. But at that point, we're helping your deer feeders out and not taking the corn off your deer feeder no more. You know? I mean, if we're treed right over your deer corn, he didn't need to be eating that.
That's money in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm helping you. And then another one that came up was feral hogs. I was watching a deal on it today. They're saying they're lessening the regulations on feral hogs, which I didn't know there was any regulations.
I never knew there was.
I thought you could shoot them day, night.
Probably going where
Thermal.
you can use thermal.
Well, you
They already
could
do
use
it.
it.
Yeah, but don't
They already-
you got to get a tag for it, a license?
Back a couple years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago,
Yeah.
around here, you had to get a tag from the game warden.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
down, go out and night hunt
Not
hogs.
hunt, yeah, you had
Night hunt hogs or coyotes or whatever.
Yeah, or the
And they had
landowner.
a-
landowner permission too. That's
but
written
no,
down,
what,
yeah.
the landowner permission, but you also had to get a deal in your
Yeah.
paper that if you got caught and say by another game warden that didn't know you was out there doing it, then you had to have that. But because as a guy I knew, that's what he did. He had one, and he said, yeah, we had to have all this paperwork, everything else. And I was even on your own property. He goes, yeah, even on your own property.
That's
And he said
really
he got to prove that the hogs are a nuisance. I think back then.
You can
And the
get
same way with like coyotes.
you can get a spotlight
Yeah.
tag too if they're a nuisance.
Yeah,
For
that's-
even coyotes.
Yeah.
I think they're taking away all of that you need, but they're also taking away, like, I know a lot of people that catch them and take them home and feed them out.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to transport them anymore. There's like 3 different areas that you can transport a pig to, and that's it. And none of them is to your house to feed it out. Which
I don't see how people see them. I've spent many days in the woods, and I've probably seen like 1 or 2 of them. Like I don't know if we got a problem.
What
or
was it, last-
if I just can't see them.
Last year I had the 15 or 20 walk right up on me. I was in that blind. I shot that one, big old
yeah.
sow. And then just this year, what was that? Right around Thanksgiving, when I was sitting up on the public land, I had 4 or 5 walk out on
Well,
me.
we seen that. We was down there. We was muzzleloader hunting and seen all the hog sign down
Yep.
there with Dusty hunts at.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
remember that blob we found on camera?
Yeah.
It looked like that. It looked like the butt of a pig
Yeah.
with no legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only picture we have.
Yeah.
full stride.
Yeah.
Full
It's
stride.
funny Forrest's camera. We still don't know what it was.
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
We're in Oklahoma.
Well, it was a hog or something.
I don't know what it
Or it
was.
was a pop. I think it ended up being like a wild potbelly pig or something like that.
I didn't know they had wild potbelly pigs.
Yeah,
We had a
one
few
that
of
got
them
out,
dead.
yeah.
Somebody had to have
That
let
was,
them
I
go.
think because how small it was, it had to. It wasn't
Yeah.
a wild hog.
Yeah. Somebody had to have let them go, a bunch of them go at one time, because we had like 4 or 5 of them, mom and dad's.
Can you imagine like a herd of potbelly pigs?
It's fun to shoot them.
I'm used to down in Texas where you cut the tail off, you can get bounties on those pigs.
Mhm.
A lot of people monetized on it, and they're catching them live and sending them overseas. They're
Mm.
making
Well,
a
see,
bunch of money catching them live.
See, that's supposed to be no more. They're in Oklahoma. You're not supposed to be able to catch them and take them home.
Right.
There is if you're going to donate it, they said you had to donate it dead, which I don't understand that. Is it just like a deer at that point? Because if you take that to a regular butcher shop, they have to walk across the scales live.
Well, I thought that they made it to where, because used to you could kill the wild hog and then donate it to a homeless food shelter or whatever it was. There was a website or organization that took those animals in, and they wound up stopping it
Yeah.
because there's a possibility of disease or something like
Well,
that.
that was one argument was, so people are taking these pigs home and feeding them and giving them shots to make them disease free, and then they're eating them. So, are they going to take away from those people being able to do that and feed their families with cleaner meat? And the end argument, from what I understood of this committee, was for the greater good of Oklahoma, we needed to go ahead and do away with all transportation, because the few families there, which ain't a few, there's a lot,
Yeah, there's a lot
that
of
are
people.
taking them home to feed them out. The few families that are taking them home to feed them out are just going to have to do without and kill them in the woods and take them home.
Which, to be honest, anything over 75 pounds, I'm not keeping.
Not out in the wild.
No,
not
not
in the
wild.
wild.
75, maybe 100. But if it's a boar, nah, he's just gonna stay there. He feed the coyotes.
Yeah, they're nasty after a while.
Yeah.
But that's from their diet in the woods too.
Well, they eat anything.
Yeah,
they
anything.
eat a dead animal.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
Barn pig
they
will do
kill.
that,
Yeah,
too.
they kill more fawns than coyotes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a study that they put out in Oklahoma where the wild pig population was killing more fawns.
Would you see the one they put out about the rattlesnakes quit rattling?
Yeah,
In
because
Texas
the
now?
pigs, the pigs were hunting them. They're
Yeah.
hunting them off the sound.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the rattlesnakes have now
That's
evolved
wild.
to stop. They don't rattle.
Well, my buddy went hog hunting on a thermal deal.
Yeah.
He got him and another buddy, and he said we was walking in the dark, and he said he watched his guide. He stopped. He said his stick, and he flipped one out of the way. And he said, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He's out of this rattlesnakes. And he said never rattled. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Don't rattle no more. You gotta watch where you walk because the hogs got them on."
Scared.
Yeah.
Scared for their lives.
Yeah.
I've never been afraid of snakes, but I feel like that's just like walking into a minefield.
Well, especially down in Texas, where
Yeah.
the bunch of that. Yeah.
That's one thing I was worried about the Wichita Mountains because it was still kind of warm the weekend we went.
It wasn't by the time I got there.
When we first got there,
Yeah.
it was still 70 degrees.
Yeah, I was walking in the mountains. I was like, I'm too adventurous. I'm about to find me a rattlesnake. I got Drew out for Wichita Mountain elk hunt this year, and my first day there, they dropped us off. I sat there for like an hour, and then I was like, I seen a bunch of elk, and I was like, well, it ain't gonna do itself, so I took off walking. I walked probably about a mile, and I got some kind of in a little gully, and I walked down that gully, and it's just, I'm talking big old rocks, little nooks and crevices, and like tall grass, and I'm like, this is it. I'm like, this is where I get bit by a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna be up here trying to get some sun because it was chilly last night, and I said, I'm gonna get bit by a rattlesnake. I ain't even gonna get to finish my elk hunt. I was devastated as I was walking through there. I was already giving up on myself. I was like, I'm 6 miles from the headquarters. It's gonna take them an hour to get to me.
It was a rough ride.
Yeah.
Let alone that, the ride out of that sucker was going to be horrible. Intense pain, slamming through the freaking rocks.
All I was thinking about was that bill I was gonna get for getting life flight
It's a big one.
by the U.S. Air Force.
Right off the Army base. We're going to take you by medevac.
I wonder how many of them, like when they go do their rucks and stuff. I wonder if any of them come back with snake bites.
I bet there's a few. They'd have to be.
So I know in El Paso, because I was there
Yeah, I was saying, how about we ask the veteran?
Yeah.
El Paso, when we do rucks and stuff like that, nobody I knew personally, but you would hear, the one thing the Army tells you, don't touch the wildlife. Any installation you go to, they're real big on, don't touch the wildlife. Because if people have free time, they're going to do dumb stuff.
I was about to say, there's a reason. There's rules.
Yeah,
Next thing's happening.
exactly. You'd hear somebody getting bit every once in a while. It wasn't real big. The real big issue was the oryx out there in El Paso.
Orcs?
Yeah, oryx, or I don't know what the real name is.
I think that's like something like
African-
Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons. That's the wrong podcast.
We need to go to El Paso.
They're built like a horse, but they're black and white. They're African
Oh, they're not.
species.
I don't
know.
ORYX or something like that.
Oh,
Those were the big issue.
No, they're
I know what you're.
that one guy, that poacher out of Texas, talks about him all the time. Neil guy,
Oh, yeah.
They start with a K. The real name is, I think.
taller, but
They're big.
Yeah, they're
they
huge.
used to kill him off the king
Listen,
and stuff in
yeah,
Kennedy.
Speaking of the poacher guy, listen, I do not condone any poaching.
No.
But listen, that guy's a freaking legend. I don't care who you are. That guy's
This is
a legend.
stories and how
Yeah.
he went in there and hunted them.
Oh, yeah.
While running from people.
Yeah, running.
Have a giant buck in sight,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden the
ranch
hands come over the top of the hill, and you got to tuck down and hide. Woo!
Yeah.
Talk about a rush.
Yeah.
I mean, screw that deer at that point. Like,
Yeah.
my heart's pounding out of my chest.
I'm just in it for the rush at this point, boys.
But no, but yeah, But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought it was Neil guy.
Neil
guy. Yeah.
Whatever they're called.
I think the
Everybody
orcs
just called them orcs.
I think the orcs are different.
Well, they're black and white, and they're huge.
So the Nil guys are black and white, and then I think the orcs are those white and red things that look like big ass impalas, or whatever. They got long horns.
Yeah,
on them.
like 3 foot or so, and they kind of spiral.
Those are the Nil guys,
Is that
but
what it
these
is?
other ones are white and red.
Yeah. I thought those were I don't know.
Ah,
I don't know. Texas,
we'll have it next time. How about that?
Yeah.
Texas is a wild place.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's wild. Could you imagine like stepping into the woods and you're trying to shoot a whitetail and a zebra walks out in front of you?
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about wild stuff. What about the ostrich or whatever, or kangaroo that got loose here?
Over in there.
Yeah, just right down the road from us.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were goose hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Ran
kangaroo
right past
just
them.
comes right past them.
Ice on the ground, it's sleeting. Kangaroo come running by him.
It's a kangaroo.
There was one downtown the other day.
A kangaroo?
Tulsa, yeah.
Oh, in Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa.
That doesn't surprise
Not
me.
in Pryor, but is it?
Yeah.
It was in Tulsa.
I'm usually pretty up to date what goes on in town.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, it was in Tulsa, I think. Yeah, I think Dakota had it on video. I think he was over there by there.
That's wild.
Yeah, he was like,
I did see that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody's pet, or
I guess so.
He
He was like in his truck, and he was like,
What else do you do? What else do you do when you see a kangaroo in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Pull out your phone and record it.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna believe you.
Yeah.
Rope that thing down, dally off to your ball.
Yeah.
I got him.
Oh man.
See.
Shoot.
What else? What else we want to talk
Well,
about?
we can go over everybody's hunting season.
We'll start with mine because it's the shortest one.
It didn't happen.
Hit one. We tracked it. Whoa, what? 200 plus yards
Oh,
the
yeah.
day after.
With a baby on my back.
Yeah, with the baby on his back. I give him credit, man. He didn't even make a peep. He
Well, he's
was
a good baby.
He's like
a trooper, man.
Yeah, he's a good baby.
had good blood trail, sat, disappeared. Probably hit in no man land. What we're guessing.
Yeah,
That's what
Because
I'd say. I mean,
had to be.
It had pretty meaty smell on the arrow, real dark blood.
did you taste it?
I mean,
I did.
you do what you gotta do. It's pretty close to the end of the season. I needed one.
Yeah.
I wanted to find her.
He's like, I was packing my 45 with me.
Yeah.
It was on the bow side. I was just making sure.
That's some. Plus, this is my first year shooting a compound. First time owning one. I've had kills with a crossbow. I want to work my way through all the levels, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Compound, I'm having a hard time getting my yard, my what y'all call the kill zone, where you just know, hey, this branch is 20 yards, this one's 25, 30. I had a real hard time setting it and remembering where my kill zone was.
All thoughts leave when something walks out.
It looks like 25.
I'll tell you what helped me a lot as far as being I don't say I'm a professional bow shooter, but I'm decent.
I've seen you shoot. Decent's pushing.
I mean, hey, listen,
As far
I can hit the target. I can hit the bag. That's
As far as instinctual shooting, man, bow fishing.
Yeah.
I bow fished for like 3 years, like hardcore. I was on the water every night, and I'm telling you, if you want to be proficient in a deer come blowing in on you and you pull back and just shoot, bow fishing gets you there.
Yeah, especially shooting them spoonbills off those.
Because it is all reaction.
You down at Fort Gibson, you can shoot the spoonbill standing up on the dam.
With your tag.
Before 10. No, not 10. Yeah. Yeah.
With your tag.
Yeah.
You gotta have your tag.
Yeah. You gotta have all the right stuff. But you with your bow fishing deal, you can shoot a spoonbill up there. They'll get up on top of the water and swim the water. You just lead those suckers
They
just
don't
like
have
a
the
deer.
rule before 10 no more?
I believe they do. It's like there's certain spots
Oh,
through
is it?
down through the. Yeah, but that's middle of day. You can watch them hit the top of the water and skim the water.
That's coming up too. I don't do. I've never.
Oh, you're missing out.
It's so much
I want to
fun.
do it.
Let's
I've
do
never
it.
done it.
I've never got in the groove of only being able to catch one fish.
You can
Yeah,
catch
well,
them.
you know,
man,
sure.
that's what the whole deal about smashing the barbs are now. Is so you can release them and don't hurt the fish as bad.
Yeah.
I just.
You let go. We never kept them. When Dad takes them, me and Dad.
I never went.
Yeah.
But I just never.
We'll take you.
I never felt the fun of it. It
Oh,
looks
it's
like
fun.
so much work.
It did work. But it was fun, though.
Last year I tried to catch one. We were towards the end of their season, and
It should be coming up pretty fast. About spring, it should be.
Another month, probably another
We'll
month.
go down low water.
Well, they screwed all that up. You're gonna have to go somewhere. You probably have to go down to Shoto Bend because they put all those big rocks in there. They don't flow through there like it used to anymore.
They never did. It catch them before they can't get over it.
I never fished that side.
Do you
I'll
fish
show
fish
I'll
the
show
Cherokee side or the low water side?
Either way,
Low
either
water
one.
side.
You shoot the low. You shoot the Cherokee side.
Cherokee side.
You know why? It's harder to walk down.
Yeah.
Around less people.
Now I've caught a bunch of the hybrids down there, but I've never
Hybrids.
caught the spoonbill. Which, how do they taste?
We get. I
I like
This
it.
is
back in
just
the day.
caviar,
Back in the day,
right?
we never. When I was younger, and my dad used to go all the time. My dad and Uncle Terry, and their brothers, Uncle Jay and Ray, they used to all go down and do all that stuff. And never. I don't remember eating. You know.
I mean, most people
Oh.
just say get the red meat out.
Yeah.
I've ate them.
I had some.
liked 'em.
Jeremy, a guy I worked with, Jeremy, him and his dad used to catch them and clean a whole bunch of them and bring them up. And they was pretty. You couldn't had catfish in spoonbill,
Yeah.
and it wasn't much. No, you cooked it. It wasn't. You couldn't really tell.
I love some catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on how you cook fish too. You can eat nasty catfish.
Shoot that
Yeah.
one day. Me and Matthew, we got the old John
John
boat. We were going up and down Spring Creek there.
Came all the way back up.
Yeah, we was.
Well, I got you. I got us in a little spot.
Yeah,
we was
filled-
catching them, and we got to catch them. And I let off the trolling one, and we float back down. We go back to catch. We'll bet we caught 150 sand bass.
We
250.
filled my basket and we just started throwing them in the floor. Game warden pulled up to the dock there, and I'm sitting there watching him as we're pulling fish out, and I was like, I don't think there's a limit on the river.
Yeah.
Matthew was like, well, are you sure? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not 100% positive.
I just said, he's gonna have to come out here to get it.
Catch me if you can.
Oh, he could caught us in that. Remember when that bass tournament we went in on?
Y'all joined a bass tournament
And
on
the
a
John
boat?
boat. Oh yeah,
14
and
footer.
it stormed real bad. And they canceled the bass tournament. Well, me and Forrest, we already got away from the wives, so we went fishing.
Yeah.
So it storm blew up. So we went up, and this one guy, he had like $100,000 rig, and he's fishing, and he's like, "You doing any luck?" And he's asking. We already went up. Was it Sling Creek?
Yeah.
Sling Creek, and he caught one. And we came back down. We fished
Thanks,
with him
wife.
underneath these docks.
You just got it like a real man.
And they, and he goes, we asked him, is he doing any good? And he goes, no. And,
What's wrong with
So
you?
I didn't mean to interrupt your story.
yeah, but anyway. He's throwing up.
What happened to him?
He got some
Check
dip.
on his too.
And that's exactly how that beaver thing happened.
I told him, I said, real man got it. And
He can't. He ain't.
there we're at, yeah.
He ain't playing.
I remember when I had my first dip.
Yeah.
Made my head swim.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But yeah, we was down there fishing, and like, old man, y'all doing good? Yeah, he caught one up there on Sling Creek, and was he doing any good right here? And he goes, no, and I threw out there underneath that dock where he was fishing at. Before he got rolled up, I hooked a bass right there. That guy just threw all this shit.
Now, do you eat bass?
No.
They're not that good to eat, in my opinion.
Well, we was just fishing.
Right.
I
Just
mean-
out of curiosity, because I eat it all, fish-wise.
I mean-
Bass, crappie, perch.
We'll eat it.
Yeah.
But I ain't going out purposely fishing for a large enough bass to eat. If I catch one and he's legal, I'm taking it
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
I know a couple years ago I went down to Lake Texoma on a striper fishing deal. Boy, that is some of the best white, flaky meat.
He's still throwing up out there?
I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm alive.
You want to talk about a fight, boy? You get on a big old school of them, and they got those chandelier rigs going on. You'll hook 2 or 3 of them. If they're 10, 15 pounds a piece, boy, that's a fight right there.
I bet it is pretty.
It's fun.
Well, me and Forrest doing that when we was in that school, in that little hole we was in, when we was catching on them sand bass. I had 2 jigs on mine. I'd catch 2 at a time.
Yeah.
I watched an old man.
Bass and hybrids.
Yeah.
I used to go fish the Spavinal spillway for crappie when it got cold outside, and I watched an old man pull 3 of them up. The first 2 were about 8 inches, and that last one, I bet you that sucker was 12 inches long.
Big old slab.
And he was reeling them up. I said, just get them a little higher. I think every one of them fell off but the big one, but he got the big one.
Yeah, they my uncles and them fished over there forever on the other side, on the lake side, Spavinal side.
Yeah.
They've always done really good crappie fishing right there.
Yeah, it's not too bad. There's just so many people that get them there at the wall if you aren't on the lakeside.
Yeah.
Which I got that little John boat out there, but I don't know if y'all walked past and looked at it. It's a little flimsy. I'm gonna get some welding done on it.
Me and Forrest went over Rock Creek one time. We was fishing up in that thing. I don't know if you've ever been over there. It's a bunch of logs.
Yeah.
And we was trolling. Forrest was on there. He threw me from the back of the boat, and I caught him by his belt loop. He was going over it when I got up to the front.
Running
he
and
he was like, oh! And I reached up and I grabbed him by his belt loop. Before we both went, it was winter time too. Yeah. Did catch one fish that day.
So how do you catch a forest?
Yeah. And then we went back in summertime. Snaky.
Yeah.
Snaky.
That's all I ever think when I go down there is snakes.
That's fine.
Well, who's back?
Oh, god dang. Yeah, freaking died. Puke and rally.
Shoot.
It's just.
Oh, man.
Literally.
Oh, that's all I've been seeing.
Oh,
Is it just you
And Lindsay.
and Lindsay?
Well, I think there's a couple more.
Well, thanks for our
we still
loyal
got 30,
followers.
30 minutes. What are
Well,
we
if
doing?
we've been on time.
We're trying to push
Yeah,
this
it
thing
is
out.
10 o'clock at night, like.
What was you? I heard something about me throwing you to the front of the boat. Was
Remember
that
Rock Creek?
Yeah.
and threw me all the way from the back to the front, and I had to catch him. He was going in. Yeah.
That was a bad one.
Oh yeah, bad. Yeah, we didn't halt. We didn't throw around very fast after that.
I can tell you right now, I had that bow fishing boat when I sold that other one, and the trolling motor on it was not like great.
Yeah.
So I spent the money on the Riptide trolling motor. Like it was expensive. It cost me like $1,200. It was stupid expensive.
I think your wife said you're supposed to lie.
Dusty?
Listen,
Yeah, I was
that
gonna say
was with my first marriage.
that was the practice.
We weren't going to talk about that.
That was the practice marriage.
That's the practice one.
Matthew said it first, so I just reiterated what he said.
It's funny. I don't know what.
First
So
one don't count.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on it. Well, that trolling motor would pull that boat 10 miles an hour.
Big motor only push at 12.
The first night that I'd had it all hooked up and ready to go, me and Kel Bacon, we took it out. And I'm heading off across there at Snowdale. Like, we shot a lot of fish through there. I'm heading off across. I'm getting down. Like, we're flying. And I hear, and I'm like, oh, what was that? I just kept on, full send. He was going, why do you want to stop that motion? And I'm going, wah, and then all of a sudden I hear, and I was like, what in the world? I pulled it up and I broke every fin off that trolling motor. And I was like, well, I guess we're done for the night.
You must go over by the island, didn't you?
Yeah.
He did the same thing when he got that mud motor for the 14-footer. Spring Creek, he was telling me, he's like, you can't get stuck in these, watch this. On the ground, every one of those fins off.
I may or may not have a problem with full send.
Oh, shoot.
Man.
Well, Forrest, how was your hunting season?
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, we deviated after mine.
Mine was pretty successful. Last year I had to not have private property to hunt on, and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I had to really knuckle down last year and try to figure out public land, and I didn't kill a single deer. I had a lot of I missed a doe, hit a limb with my bow, and I mean, it was just mistake after mistake, because them private or them public deer are just they're a different breed.
They get hunted harder around here.
So I switched some things up, and this year I hunted probably 3 miles from my house on what they call here in Pryor the nature trail. And it is literally what it is called. People go walk in nature. I would be sitting in my stand in the afternoon, and there'd probably be 5 or 6 people come through. That first one, I shot a doe that morning, or when was it? I think it was right at rifle season.
I think so.
I think it was about right. I shot a doe. She came in, never seen me, never winded me, nothing. And I had a perfect shot, open and clear, and I shot her right in the butt. I figured that was, I was thinking to myself when I shot, I was like, man, that was a perfect shot. And then I found her, and I was like, oh, I'm glad it hit that artery down there. And then I drew out for my elk hunt, and I went to Wichita Mountains, and I killed a cow elk. It was an experience I highly recommend if you've been putting in for a bull tag for 30-something years now, 40, whatever. I highly recommend if you just want to go shoot an elk, put in for the cow tag.
Yeah.
Because I have been putting in for a bull tag for a while, and I did not have very many preference points, and I put in for a cow tag, and it was like that first year putting in, and I got it. Cows there's an 80% chance of shooting bulls, and there is a 50% shooting cows. So if you want to go hunt, get a cow tag, because I had to hunt them suckers. I mean, that first day I walked 6 miles, I spooked a bunch. Them cows are on like high alert. As soon as the first rifle goes off, they automatically know they're being hunted. So they are like, if they see anything out of the normal, they are looking, they're trying to catch you winded.
Whose was that one?
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. My wife's trying to mess with our live here. She's trying to, hold on. She's not messing with it. She's fixing it. Let's adjust that. She's being a good sport. But no, I highly recommend going on a cow hunt if you can.
I want to add something in there. If you ain't ready to walk miles, do not sign up for the walk-in only. There is no way we would have got that elk out of where he shot it at if we were walking only. I don't know if we'd have made it back that far if we were walking only.
I definitely, the drop-in
was the way to go.
Was the way to go. They took me in, I think I was 5 miles deep.
We were way in there.
And they dropped me off, and then I walked another 6 miles, not in the direction of any kind of road. So I can tell you right now, there is plenty of property to hunt out there. And then that second day, I'd seen elk in one area. The whole first day I was there from, I think it was like daylight to noon.
He had to call his professional in to tell him where to go sit at.
And then like from noon to 4 o'clock, I didn't see nothing. I walked all over. I climbed 3 mountains. I didn't see nothing but another guy that was hunting those 3 ridges over. And I just seen his orange. I didn't see anything. I didn't see him hunting, nothing. I just see his orange, like 3 ridges over. And I'm like, well, maybe he's having the same luck I'm having. So, and then about 5 o'clock, just before sunset, here they come, right out in that same spot. And I was like, tomorrow morning I'm going to sit in that spot. They was there that morning. They were there that afternoon. That's definitely where they're going to be the next morning. And they drop me off. They drop you off before daylight, and they tell you to wait till daylight before you start walking. Because I'm going to tell you, you cannot. You got to have goat feet to go walking.
You're stumbling in the daylight.
Yeah. So he dropped me off. I opened my gun case and I sat there until his taillights got out, and I disobeyed orders and I took off walking across that in the dark.
Yeah.
And I was like, the only thing I was worried about, I wasn't worried about, me hurting myself. The only thing I was worried about was buffalo.
Yeah.
Because at night, with a little bit of light coming through from the sun coming up, everything looks like a boulder out there.
And they ain't scared of you.
They're not scared of it. Everything looks like a boulder. I mean, there ain't no trying to figure out what it all looks like, a round rock.
He did text me that first morning. He's like, I got one at 80 yards. Should I shoot her when it gets daylight? I said, yeah.
Whoa,
and then it gets daylight. He goes, it's a rock.
Okay, that way. I thought you was talking about the deer I was texting you about that were like 20 yards. I mean, my redneck in me was telling me,
No.
hey, you can shoot those.
It is rifle season.
Yeah. The redneck in myself was saying, man, you could really bust one of them, probably pack it out and nobody'd know.
They said they would know.
That goes back to I don't condone poaching at all.
It's really hard to keep your I don't know, nobleness down there,
Hey.
especially when they're standing on the road like
Integrity.
integrity. Yeah,
I'll tell you, I've probably seen the biggest buck of my life down there,
they're big.
and I seen 2 bucks while I was down there, and I'm sitting on the side of a mountain, and I see a bunch of doe run across this open field I'm watching, and I just seen something kind of move over in the tree line. Like, we're talking a mile away. I see something move, and I really get to looking. It's just a buck. I mean, he's just bowed his chest out. I'm talking like massive. He looks like one of these, like just standing there, like just plain as day, looking in my direction. I'm like, oh, oh, yeah, I like this. And he comes running across that open field, and I'm talking within 30 yards of me. And I'm sitting there like, I really just want to take the ticket at this point. like I'm sitting there.
That's not an L.
Yeah. You got a cow tag, sir. Eyes.
So he goes on. He chases them doe off, and again, I didn't see nothing but buffalo that whole first day afternoon. Like noon to 4, there wasn't a soul out there. There was nothing moving.
I was watching cows, all the Spanish cows. Yeah. They're everywhere too.
That first day, where I was talking about walking in that gully and running into that rattlesnake, I come down into the gully, and I'm sitting there, like trying to figure out if I want to go up this side of it or go up this side of it, and I step off a rock, and I turn and look, and probably about 10 yards from me is a buffalo standing there, and I'm like, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna mess with you. You don't mess with me. I said, I'm gonna go this way, and I figured out a way to go that way. Like there wasn't a way to go that way. I figured out a way to go that way.
Made a way.
I'm trying.
But then that second day, I popped my case open, sat there till he got out, and I hauled butt across there because I knew I was running out of time. I got to my spot about daylight, and about the time that I sat down and looked at where they had been coming over, here they come. And they come on over, and they're just kind of milling around. I don't know, it's probably half a mile away from me. You can see for miles up there.
And you laid that old 7 mag out there.
He's not meeting you.
I said, you know what, I might try. But I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of watching him. Probably an hour goes by, and then here comes another monster buck. I mean, I'm talking. He's probably.
I got a picture of that one.
Yeah. He's huge, and I'm like, here we go, fighting temptations again. And about that time, I hear boom way down this, like way away from me. I'm like, dang, already? Like the sun just came up.
Yeah.
And here come a bull. Then another bull had ran him off a mountain. He comes running across. It's on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I had a video of him running right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I had bulls all the whole 2 days that we were there. I had bulls around me the whole time. And
I need to bring one chair next time.
This bar stool's starting to roll around.
he runs across there, and then I hear like it sounds like a herd of elephants, and I'm like, what is going on? Because everything out there, any rock you step on, sounds like it echoes all the way across the prairie or wherever you're sitting there. Like you can hear it from a long ways. So it sounds like a herd of elephants. I'm like, oh my God. And I turn and look, and I see a bull running right at me. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'm like trying to get my phone out so I can record it because I don't see the whole herd of cows behind him.
Yeah.
I just see the bull running right at me. And I'm like digging in my pocket to get my phone out. Well, he wins me, and he goes to cut back a different way, and then something made him come back to me. Well, by the time I turn around, he's like 5 foot from me. And I'm staring at this bull, and he's like, he sees me, and I'm like, I'm like, I don't know, like, I'm about to get trampled by an elk. And he takes the elk they blow my mind of how big they are, and they're so athletic. Because he takes like one step, hop, and pushes out into this open prairie. Well, then I see the whole herd behind him, and they all jump out in there. And he's gone. Like, as soon as he seen me, he's like running. He's full sprint out of there. And that whole herd's like, hey man, what are you doing? They're all just standing around, and I'm like, I reached over, grabbed my gun, and I pulled up, and the first cow that I came to, boom! Like, it was that quick. And I hit her like front shoulder, and they take off running. I see her, she's like dragging her shoulder, like she can't run very fast, and she's hopping along there, and I'm like, oh yeah, lead her out. Boom! Missed bigger than shit.
No lead needed.
I went, well, she was still, I mean, they're limping is like 20 miles an hour. I mean, they're still, she was still getting it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, God, I'll probably never find her.
Yeah.
Next thing I stand up and I'm watching them run, like trying to keep an eye on her. And I turn and look, and she's standing over here. And I was like, did I hit 2 of them? Did I shoot 2 of them?
They do tell you in orientation that it happens and don't let it happen.
I'm sitting there watching. I'm watching the herd and like where she was standing at. I was like, no, I wasn't watching the right one. Like that wasn't the one I was watching. She had ran, like she had got in a herd of them, and I missed her. Like I lost her in that herd, and she cut back and come over to the side. She ran probably, I don't know, 50 yards, 100 yards.
Maybe. Between the two.
And she fell right there. I thought I was going to, I was sitting there looking at her in my scope as she's falling, because they say keep shooting until they go down. And she's sitting there like trying to go down, and I pull my gun up, and I'm like, I don't know how far that is. Like I'm sitting here trying to see how far I want to shoot, and I'm like, she's dead. She's dying. She went down finally.
Yeah.
I got over there. Listen, them guys on TV make skinning and gutting an elk look like cakewalk.
I'm pretty good at gutting and skinning a deer. It took us an hour to get that elk broke down.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I'd have that deer in the freezer in an hour.
I showed up when all the hard work was done.
And go back to that. One leg was bigger than the other
Oh,
on that elk.
What? Yeah,
No
we weighed
shit. We cut them up, and I carried a front shoulder and a hind quarter back with a loin.
No, you carried loins and trimmings. I carried a loin. No, you carried a back strap. I carried a back strap. All the trimmings and whoever had the loin or whatever. You had the 2 front shoulders.
I had a back leg.
No, because we went back. We had to go back, and I grabbed another back leg.
Right. I carried a back leg and a shoulder. You carried a shoulder and all the extras, and we had to go back and you grabbed that last leg.
Is that how it was?
But when we cut it up, when I took it home and I was actually breaking it down and putting it in bags. There'd be one roast on one side, like a sirloin roast on this side was about like that. The other one was like that. On the same roast from the opposite leg, they were significantly bigger than each other.
You could tell, though.
But when he picked that other one up, he was struggling to carry the one, and I carried 2. I was like, dang, Forrest, I know we just carried that all that way, but I don't think, I mean, it was heavy.
And then me and Dusty went and hunted public land.
That was hard hunting.
That was
hard.
I walked 6 miles the first day, 7 the second day, and then that next day, I slept while Dusty scouted the public land.
I walked about 4 miles around this little area, but the public land over there's only one spot.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody goes. Mm-hmm. The deer were hunted so heavy there. I saw 1 buck. I'd say he's maybe a 6, and I saw 5 does, and we hunted it pretty heavy for 2.5 days.
Yep. Well,
And
you hunted 1, then I hunted.
Yeah.
But that next morning, after I slept the first day, that next morning I threw my stand on because I was under the impression that we were just going to hunt, and I threw my stand on and I took off walking like I normally do, and I get about halfway. This loop is 4 miles long. It's like the nature trail here in Fire. It's 4 miles long all the way around. I get about halfway through, and Dusty goes, "I'm going back to the truck. I didn't see anything today." And I was like, "Well, I thought we were hunting. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "No, some guy walked in, talked to me, and then some other guy walked in and sat like 10 feet from me." He's like, "So I'm gonna go ahead and go home." He's like, "I'm going to the truck. We'll go this afternoon." I was like, "Well, I'm like halfway around this thing. Like I'm at the top. So either direction that I go, it's still the same. It's still another 2 miles back."
You have Lake Watonka?
I think that
Lake Watonka on one side and High Fence on the other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's just this straight shot. That's pretty much all it was. Yeah, I mean, I walk in there, I get set up before daylight. Just find a nice little spot, what I thought was a good spot. Daylight comes up, I hear some trampling through the woods. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm going to finally get one. Nope, some big old boy and some orange. And I'm like,
Orange. Let that be said, orange. You
Well-
can shotgun hunt that.
yeah.
we did not.
We
know
did
that.
not know that.
yeah.
We may or may not have had orange on. We got told it was bow only.
We did. By the game warden.
By the game wardens, they said bow only, so I got a full ghillie suit. I'm chilling in my chair in a ghillie suit. Old boy don't see me till I'm like, hey, I'm over here. Don't shoot. He's got a shotgun.
If I'd have known he could shoot shotguns down there, we'd had a deer strung up all over the place in the campgrounds. You'd shoot like 3 does down there.
Yeah, but you couldn't
Yeah, you
hang
can't
them
do
in the
that.
campground.
Yeah.
Remember in
What
orientation?
they don't know.
Oh yeah,
A deer hanging from a tree.
No, that's my pinata.
Put a sheet over it.
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
After that second or third guy came and sat right next to me, I text Forrest. I think it was like 8:30. So we're planning on being out there all day. 8:30. I was like, hey man, we'll come back this afternoon. We get back to the parking lot. There's 8 vehicles over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
For 2 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of people.
And I was like, well, dude, I'm already halfway around. And I just took off walking, so I walked another 4 miles with my stand on my back because, like, that's just how I was rolling that day. And I was like, by the time I got back, I was so beat. I mean, it takes so much out of you to go hunt in that kind of environment.
It took a lot just to pack one out in that
Yeah.
environment.
I missed a deer. If I'm gonna talk about my success, I guess I could talk about the ones I missed.
Yeah, I
that
still
was-
haven't sent my invitation out to my shot placement class. Y'all expect to.
Hey, that was I'm gonna make excuses for myself. That was low light. I was ready to go home.
Jitters. He had jitters.
I had jitters.
I've been low light, but the sun was still in his eyes.
I had to check in football pads. I was about to come down. Like it was time to go, and he come in and gave me an opportunity, and I messed it up bigger than all get out.
I got a phone call. Big Buck! Pretty sure I got him down. I was like, did you get him down, or you think you got him down?
But I hit him. I'm pretty positive I hit him like above the shoulder blade because we found. I'm pretty sure he had a chew in.
He was spitting dirt.
He was spitting. Yeah, I don't know what he was spitting out, but it wasn't blood. So we tracked him for what? We tracked him for a mile.
And you went back the next
And
day
then
and
I
tracked
went
him
back.
some more.
Yeah, I went back the next day and tracked him for another mile, and I ran out of blood, and I just was like, whatever. And then after I got done with my elk hunt, I came back, back into the nature trail, and it was a windy day. It was not prime hunting time, and it was just a day I had off. And I went and sat in the woods, and that morning, I don't know, it was probably, I got into the woods late. Which I'm pretty good at. I'm pretty good at getting
He's scared of the dark.
I am not afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
I'm not
He's
scared
afraid
of
what's
the dark.
in the
I was gonna
dark.
say, I'm scared of what's in the dark.
He's scared. I'm hunting with. Motherfucker's scared of dogs.
You sure you want to go down? It's still kind of dark out there.
Matthew, I can't see. I said, just follow me. You'll be fine.
You know what I'm afraid of? That's getting up early on my day out. So I get in the woods late. I don't know. It was probably 7. Oh no, it was 6:40 I think. And I shot that buck at 7:00. And I was like, he had to have heard me get into my stand. I'm not quiet getting into my stand. He had to have heard me get into my stand. And I'm sitting in my climber, and I'm just going up this tree, and I get set, and I text my wife, and I always text her and tell her, I'm text her in or made it or something.
Harnessed up.
Yeah. Yeah, quotations. She's watching the live. I did quotations around. I'm harnessed up. But, it was probably the coolest experience I've ever had shooting deer because he come like 90-0, come running in and just stopped right under my stand, and I was like, I'm not ready. I just had my phone. I was just texting Dallas telling her, hey, I'm in my stand. And he come running in, stops under my stand, and I'm like trying to get my phone put in my pocket. And I get my bow. He takes like 5 steps, and he turns and jumps to the left and runs around and then stops broadside. And I'm like, you done messed up. Because he gave me like a 20-yard shot. And I hit him. I mean, it wasn't in the butt.
That
it
was a
wasn't
good
high.
shot.
It was double lunged. I mean, it was like the money shot. So he ran, but he did go far. He went probably 70 yards before he fell, and I don't know. It was just an experience. It was one of them ones that you really wish you knew how to record yourself hunting because it was so cool. I mean, it was awesome. But I mean, for me personally, this year I felt like I had a pretty good season.
As the best buck Forrest has shot that Matthew didn't feed out for him. Let him go a little bit.
That one over there, he's not.
So if you want to feed a couple out for me, I'd be all right with
I
that.
used to set him up in my tree stand. Hey man, they'll be here at 7. Don't worry.
He's got him by the lead rope at 6:45.
I chased that one too.
You can't
I seen him in the woods, and I was like, oh. there he is. And that doe with him, so I shot at the doe, and the buck.
That's the little one. That's the little one.
He
But
wasn't
what's
little.
crazy?
He wasn't little.
No, he weighed 200 pounds. I know you can't see him,
Yeah.
but there's a buck up here. I mean, I would say he's a decent 8. for
He's a
what
7 point.
He's 7.
He's got a
that's
kicker on the bottom.
Oh, well, he's a 7 point anyway, but yeah.
Can you put your wedding ring on it?
You can.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
okay.
You can.
Yeah.
But those 2 bucks right there that came off the place, they're brothers. They all have the little kicker off the
I
bottom.
don't know, brothers, they're genetics. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a tiny. He wasn't a big rack, but he was 200 pounds filthy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, it took everything me and Matthew had to get him
It
out
wasn't
of the
that
woods.
far of the truck either. It was, I mean, maybe a half mile, but it was a struggle.
Yeah. Well, and that was we got all that rain.
Oh yeah, we had to go
And we had to
around
go
the bean
around the
fields.
soybean field.
Yeah. Could we sink to our knees? It's plowed ground.
Yeah.
So we sink to our knees. We try to walk across it. We had to go around. Oh, it's terrible.
And then that other one's that one Mason shot.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
Yeah, I'm done hunting, Dad.
yeah, shot him at like 5 feet.
Yeah.
He ran right into it.
He'd have ran right into the tree stand, dude. My tree stand again. I'm gonna go out western Oklahoma. You can hunt my stand. He's okay.
You can't take credit for the one on the wood spot.
That was just fucking luck.
Yeah. That one I came into
Open pasture.
Open pasture.
You can see as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
came into the woods at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's another one of those. I just met Forrest probably a week before. I got a buck down. I was like, well, why is this guy calling me about his deer?
Biggest second biggest bug you ever killed.
Yeah.
First, no, it was his first one.
That was my first big, like,
First one.
decent
Yeah,
size.
he caught that. He shot that buck.
I shot that 4-point.
That 4-point that he had. That first deer. His first deer ever shot was that 4-point.
Yeah, he texted me about that one, and then like it wasn't that much longer after
The
he
same
shot
year.
that up.
And
yeah.
I spine shotted that.
Yeah. He didn't tell me about the spine shot till later on in our friendship.
Worst possible way to kill a deer. I don't care who you are. If you think that's the best way, then you got problems. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. I shot that deer and he dropped to his belly, looked directly at me and went, "Ah!" I was done. It's burned into my memory of the noise that he made.
Yeah. My grandpa said that makes sure you don't ever make another bad shot.
I have not made one since then.
Yeah.
Hey, that doe didn't make a noise when I shot her in the butt.
Shoot.
Yeah, I've had more luck than I've had
Knowledge.
knowledge of breaking it down and really hunting one. That doe that I shot 2 years ago, that one that knew where my stand was, it didn't matter if I moved it. She
Yeah, the one that walks in, stops, look at you,
Yeah,
try and leave.
yeah. She come in and I was ready for her. She duped me for 3 years and she finally come in and I was already drawn. I seen her coming. I was already drawn back. I said drawn back for like 10
No,
minutes.
that was when me and you was like,
We'd already.
Yeah, they were already on the board.
I shot mine.
At
I was like,
daylight.
At
Opening day.
Opening day. Daylight. One down. One down. Sitting there in Forrest like, nice. Sitting there, Travis says, got me one too. Forrest like, I'm about to go home.
This is like 20 minutes into season.
Because they came in and seen him.
Yeah.
And they done left. And they was coming back, I think.
Yeah, they were coming back because they were coming from your stand.
Yeah. When I had that one, I think they seen that one that was dead because they ran back towards Forrest.
And that doe, she knew where my stand was, even if I moved it. If I would move it,
We did move it like a week before that.
If
No,
I,
it wasn't. Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah,
We
did,
moved it from up there to back here.
and I can tell you, when I shot her, I had eyes locked on her. Me and her locked eyes when I shot her.
Yeah, because that's why she moved.
Yeah.
I believe that's what. It's funny you caught her across the neck.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then I'm pretty sure I missed her, and I just got lucky that she turned the way she did, and it hit her in the neck.
They went right through here. I
Hit the
remember.
jugular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well we tracked it. We're going that thick.
Yeah, we tracked her back to your stand.
Back towards the thicket.
I just got lucky that morning. I didn't know where I was. I was lost. Nothing looked the same from the year before. I was hunting public land, and I walked down to where I thought I was supposed to be, and I was like, where is the place I usually sit? And I was just, well, that looks like a good tree to sit on. So I sat down and I heard one walk through in the dark, and I was like, well, good spot. Matthew texted me, and I'm like, all right, one down already. And
Yeah.
got me one too.
Matthew is notorious for shooting deer at the peak of
I
daylight.
didn't shoot that one. He was gonna
Okay.
attack me.
Hold on. You can tell the story from your point of view, and let me tell you from my point of view, because I'm sitting in the stand. So I'm sitting there, and it's not daylight at all. Like, I can't even see my hand in front of me.
Full
Like,
crap in daylight.
That's because you're in the woods. He was out in the open.
I was
That's
out in the
where it
open.
was.
I was down where we set that single man at. I was down up over from where Forrest was at.
hold on, I'm telling my story first, because I want people to know what it's like to be hunting with you. Okay? So I'm sitting there, and all I hear, I just get in my stand, I get sit down, and I'm like, all right, this is it. This is going to be a good hunt day. Woo! It's not even daylight, Matthew. I'm trying to hunt. And I text him, I'm like, did you get one? And he goes, no. And I was like, okay. Like, it's not normal for you to miss. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Shit you not. Like,
It was
30 minutes later, the sun is up.
yeah.
It had just hit the shooting light, and I hear, woo! And I'm like, okay, are you sure you got that one? And he's like, down. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to continue hunting. You go take care of that. Like, you go get that ready. I'll help you drag it out. I'm going to keep hunting. He texts me, I need help finding it. I'm like, what? Yeah. Matthew uses a 7 mag.
There's 270.
Either way, there's not a lot that walks away from it.
Yeah.
So what you needed help finding was the pieces.
No.
That's
This
what
one
it
I
was.
perfectly shot.
Yeah,
it wasn't a very big doe. It was probably a 70-pound doe.
Blew the heart out.
Blew the heart out, but she ran. Like,
Yeah, it's probably
like,
yeah.
I was like, I didn't. Dude, I shoot a 7 mag or 270. I just don't track that.
If it runs, there's
I messed. Yeah. But yeah, no. The first, it was daylight, barely daylight, just shooting legal. It was shooting legal
for him.
No, it was legal because I could see.
No, Forrest is scared of the dark.
Yeah.
If it's dim, it's still too dark.
Anyway,
I
get there, and I sit on this trail, it's a cow trail, or it was a horse trail back then. And I sit in my chair. I got a bunch of brush stacked right behind me like nothing's coming. I was like, ain't nothing coming through there. I hit doe bleed. I spray like doe piss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hit doe bleed. And I no more. I'm looking down here, looking down. Like, usually a bed out right here.
No.
And I turn around and look, and there's a spike. I'm like, right here. I turned around, I was like, ooh, shit. I was like, and he's like, he gets up, and boy, he swells up. I was like, yes, get the fuck out of here. And he was like, and his boy snorts, and he stomps at me. I was like, oh. I think I already shot a buck already. Yeah. In rifle, I think. No, I had not. I didn't want to shoot a spike anyway. I was like, and I was like, get back, boy, and he's like cutting. I let that thing rip. I mean, it's right here. Boom!
Mind you, he's sitting probably 50 yards from the bedding area.
Yeah.
Like, we had a plan.
Yeah.
We had a plan. This is a bedding area that we know is a bedding area. And I said, Matthew, go in there and shoot one with a rifle.
Yeah.
I said, then I'm going to come in there and I'm going to shoot one with my bow a couple weeks later. And Matthew's like, all right. And he goes and lets 2 rounds off outside the bedding area.
Yeah, that one I shot, boom, he ran off. I was like, yeah. But no, and then I sat there, looked out across there, and there's another one coming towards me. I sat there and I waited. He came down, turned about that crabapple tree. What was that?
Yeah, those crab apples.
Yeah. Come out there, and she stopped right there and looks at me, and I show her 40 yards from me. Yeah, right after I let that. Them guns, they don't care about them gunshots. It's fine. Yeah, I don't bother them.
After hunting the nature trail,
Yeah.
I'm convinced that deer don't care until you get too close.
Yeah.
Like, they're fine if you're just hanging out in the woods. They don't care. They don't care about extra noises. They don't care.
When
You're
Silas
saying-
shot his deer this year, we had pictures of another one just 100 yards away on the other camera, looking in the direction of where the gunshot came from.
They usually look. Yeah, they usually don't.
She was like, huh, wonder who that one was. Just kept on going about
Dad shot that Western Road. Dad shot at one, missed it, and it came right back out in the field.
Not,
Well, hell, that one that you missed when you're 270 out west.
Oh, the
You shot
four
it.
shots?
Yeah, you
yeah.
shot it.
Yeah, I thought it was me.
Four
The first,
shots.
first shot, I thought was me. I said, that one
Yeah.
might have been me. I was looking. Yeah. Got the nervous out of it. Shot again. I was like, that one wasn't me. Really got to looking, and I shot over. It was like my scope was like 4 foot off or something like that. Yeah, I don't know how.
I know
I
all about-
just shot a deer. No, that was next. That was a year after that.
Yeah.
I did that with a 45-70.
We took Isaiah out there, and he knocked mine before his guns over.
Yeah.
He pulled the chair out, and all the guns fell over.
Just so we know, my brother does not hunt very often. He'll go. He has zero problems going. But he does not go very often. And he moved that chair and knocked our guns over, and I was like,
Taking places.
Before we can't have nice things.
and then he's the only one that shot at a deer that week.
Twice.
Twice.
He missed him. Uncle Merle said, he said, take the guns off. Uncle Merle was like, I don't think. James just killed deer with that gun.
Me and Matthew, I'm pretty convinced the only reason we didn't have success is we was sitting in that 2-man blind giggling like a bunch of schoolgirls the whole time. We're sitting there cracking jokes the whole time. We're
Well,
sitting there
man,
talking.
it was weird out there. Usually you see a bunch of deer, or you go out there and you didn't see a bunch. You didn't see no deer. You get locked. They got locked down almost. It's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
then sometimes you go out there and you see deer the whole weekend.
You said Western Oklahoma?
Back in the day. First time I got forest hair coyotes in the daytime though.
Yeah.
That was different. He's like, you can hear coyotes in the daytime. He's like, whatever. And I said, dude, you're just about to find out. And it was, what was it, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
They start helping the hauling all the time. It's crazy.
Noon.
Yeah, you don't hear it around here. I
We
never
did
had
the other day.
But I
I
said,
feel we made it. We make him did, yeah.
I'm out there hunting. If cop car or fire truck goes down the road, there's 2 or 3 big old packs out there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It'd be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you'll hear them start hollering like
Yeah,
neighborhood dogs.
I've never heard them.
But it's only when the sirens are going off.
I never heard them before. I went western on one of the days.
Probably just a neighborhood dog.
It might have been.
Well, how far are you from the nature trail?
I said-
I'm here by Cherokee Heights.
Poor old FIFO ain't making it back today.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis.
Well, I'll run through mine real quick. I'm just a deer killing fool. Silas shot one youth season. She was probably 15 foot out the blind. We were setting up for one that was up the hill a little ways from us. I seen her, and I got him all set up. I was like, all right, she's right there. Let's let her walk to right here, and we'll shoot her. And as I looked at him, I looked up. This one's standing in the window looking at us. And I was like, shoot that one. So he shoots, and I had 0 time. I mean, boom! And I'm unzipping the door because I already heard the thunder coming. I knew the storm was coming. I was like, we got to find her now. Unzip the door, walk out, and I find chunks of lung and blood. And I'm like, okay. And I started trailing her, and it rained. And I lost all blood, all everything. I'm just wondering at this point. It gets dark, and the 5-cent light that I have is not working. Plus, the grass is up to my chest. And I was like, God damn. So I call Forrest. He comes to help me with another 5-cent light. I'm like, I told you I needed light. Like, this is not light. So
I was also in shorts and Crocs.
That's true. Matthew shows up with the sun and turns that sucker on. And I knew where she ran to, and we went to that tree she ran past. There's blood on the tree. So we went to track it every little bit we found. We mark it, move on. And we all walked past her at first.
Yeah.
But she was laying dead right there. He put a perfect shot on her. Double lung. You couldn't ask for a better shot. But she's probably the most tenderest deer I've ever ate. And she was double the size of the deer that I stuck her in the cooler with at the processor. I mean, freaking massive doe. And then come muzzleloader season, it wasn't opening day because it was raining opening day.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's when you shot that one.
Yeah, wounded that one.
Wounded that one.
yeah.
I didn't go opening day because it was raining. I've had terrible luck in the past on going and muzzleloader hunting in the rain, so I didn't do it this time.
yeah.
Hey, we was all hunting muzzleloader down on Fort Gibson.
Yeah.
And Travis, he shot that morning and he goes,
and I watched this bullet fly at this deer who's standing there looking at me. I mean, all I could see was neck, and I was like, "I'm gonna shoot the white spot of that neck," and it went right direction. It just didn't make it. So I reloaded and went and sat down next to Forrest. I was like, I don't even know if this sucker on fire. I don't know what the heck is going on.
had 2 doe come in on us.
Yeah, he couldn't see one
I
of them.
couldn't see.
He's pointing at the same one I am. I said, Forrest, shoot that one. That one. And I'm like pushing his gun. He's like, which one? I said, that one. And then by that time they both take off running. He's like, I never seen her.
Turns out there was 3 of them. And I'm pointed at one in the same area that he was pointed at. So I'm on the deer that I want to be on, and he's on the deer he wants to be on. He's like, it's not that one, it's that one.
This one looked like a freaking horse when I was looking at it. I was like, shoot that son of a gun. But anyways, we get out there the second weekend of muzzleloader, and we go Friday night, and I seen him. He was, at the time, I couldn't tell you what he looked like. I just knew he was a decent buck. And then I told my buddy, I was like, I'm going to get back out here at daylight. And I always screw up on daylight savings time.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that's that Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we get out there. I mean, I pull a Forrest. We're walking in the daylight to the line. I told Silas, like, we're not going to see anything. We just screwed this up. Might as well slept in today. Get in the blind. He goes, Dad, I got to pee. And I was like, that's right. So I zipped the door. I was like, just step out there and pee right there. He gets back in. I zipped the door back up. I said, don't move. This sucker stepped out of the thicket. He had a doe pinned up in there. This sucker stepped out of the thicket, and I laid the old muzzleloader up there and boom! Hit him right behind the shoulder. He tucked down. He ran probably 40 yards, piled up. He's a good little 9 point. I mean, I'm getting him mounted.
At least Silas didn't pee his pants.
That's true. He didn't pee his pants.
2 of my kids have went to the woods with me and have peed their pants.
Yeah, one on purpose.
One was on purpose.
Yeah.
He got his wish.
Could have just asked.
Yeah, could have just said, I don't like this.
Now he's big into trapping.
That's good.
That's all he wants to do is he wants to trap. And he doesn't want to go out in the cold. He doesn't want to go set the traps. He just wants to go
Check
stuff off
check.
of them.
Yeah, he just wants to go take the stuff off of them.
Oh, shoot.
Which is fine by me, I guess. I mean, there's a whole process before that. That would be nice if I had some help.
Shoot. Well, anyways, I killed that 9 point. And come rifle season, before Forrest goes to kill an elk, because he still hadn't sighted in a 7 mag or made sure that since it's set in a gun safe for years, sighted in, I said, well, come with me. Maybe you can shoot a doe or something out here and make sure that thing's sighted in. He goes, okay. We're there. I mean, it's cold. It's not that cold temperature, but the wind's blowing just right, and it is cold. And Silas is all bundled up in his chair. We're there. I mean, this doe's walking out. It's shooting light. Barely. And I was like, good enough for me. And I stand him up. I'm like, there she is. I get ready. He stands up. He goes, ain't got no horns. This doe's sitting there looking at me, and she was poof, gone the other way. I was like, if I'd known you wanted to shoot a buck, you could have said something. I'd have shot her. And so I was going to prove a point. I kept telling him, I was like, you can shoot a doe and still shoot a buck. You don't have to just shoot a buck. So that afternoon, we go out there.
Just so we're clear on that, I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
So I took my 7 mag up there unsighted. Like, I didn't even see if it was sighted in.
Yeah, we were just
We was
hoping
going
on
pure
a prayer.
luck, yeah.
we go up there. We go set in a different spot, and I was trying to prove a point. I'm like, I will shoot a doe tonight and prove to him that you can still kill a buck afterwards. So we're sitting there, and I see this deer come down the hill. Never picks his head up. Never picks his head up. Got it down there melon. Slender necked. I'm like, there's a doe. I pick up the old rifle. I asked Silas, I said, there's a doe. Do you want to kill it? He goes, nope, I want horns. I said, okay. Boom! The sucker drops right where I shoot. He goes, did it have horns? I said, nope, it was a doe. I get up there, 5 point. I was like, dadgummit. So I get back down there, and he goes,
lie to your kids.
yeah, I get back down there, and I've drug it up. And he goes, it's got horns. I said, yeah, he's just little one. He's like, yeah, he ain't big enough. That's right. So Silas says you have to kill his buck, but we'll get there. So that was. Then I went on the trip with Forrest as a pack mule.
And he was a good thing.
I did a pretty good job.
I told them guys up there when he was deboning and everything up there. I said, you know the best way to kill an elk? Get it all packed up before you get home. Bring your butcher with you.
I will say I'm pretty handy with a knife, but that was my deer hunting season, anyways. So, what about you, Matthew?
It was alright.
It was all right.
Yeah,
Well, not even these.
Your wife and son.
Yeah. Don't say Mama B done it good.
Yeah, Mama B did good. She killed her first deer, which was awesome. My dad was there, both my boys. I mean, it was great. Good time. Good time. She got him perfect shot, but I got a story on her killing her deer. See, we got that 2-man stand way up there. Well, I get out of the truck, I load my gun, take her gun. Well, I didn't put no bullet in her gun. She's not gonna shoot one running, Cause I will, So we get the woods, we get the tree stand, we climb up the tree stand, we sit there, hand her gun up. Gotta have a rope on my tree stand yet. Anyway, she climbs up.
It's safe for you, not for them.
I hand her gun up first. I have mine over my shoulder, climb up, get up in there and get sit down. I forget to put a bullet in her gun. Yeah.
On accident.
No, that's what she said.
On accident,
Yeah. Anyway, we get up there and big doe come in. I say, hey, I'm gonna shoot that doe. She said, no, shoot that doe. There might be a buck coming. I said, she's by herself. I'm itching to shoot a doe with my rifle. I'm itching. And she's like, no, that's okay. So we wait. And here later, they come from the west or from the east. Come from the east, come run in, takes it to the doe, and I was like, all right, there he is. And boy, she's getting ready. So don't let him get in the brush. I said, when he steps around that tree, shoot him. And so when he steps around the tree, and it went click. Oh! I was like, oh, take my gun. And boy, I'm putting the shell back in hers. And he jumps the fence. Boy, I'm panicking now. I done messed up, And I was like, he's looking back over his shoulder, and I'm like, shoot him now. Don't let him run no more. He's in the thick stuff already. I was like, shoot him now. She puts a perfect shot on him, right through there. Didn't go 10 yards. Ran down the creek. Did a perfect shot. That's MJ got him a nice deer in youth season. We didn't find him till a week later though. He put a perfect shot on him. He ran into some thick stuff. We didn't have no blood shooting that 6.5 Grendel, which was plenty of gun. He did a perfect shot though, but just
That's it. I'm gonna bring up some trauma here. That's the second time you ain't walked far enough.
no. I walked past him.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm pretty upset.
I was gonna say you shot that one out west and 20 feet from where you stopped.
It wasn't no blood. That was one time. Yeah, that was twice. I've only happened twice. It ain't gonna happen again. No more.
Matthew will put miles in
I
it.
ain't doing it again. But yeah, MJ shot a nice deer. Axel, rifle season, I got him. He got him a doe. He shot my feeder too. With him a doe. He did. He shot straight through the feeder. I can show y'all. Y'all see them pictures? He hit the timer. I came out.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah. He hit the whole thing. He shot that nose came in, and he kept looking over his shoulders. Hey, I said, quit moving so much. He's okay. I said, but move your head slow, you know. I'm trying to teach you. He's only 6. And he turns and goes and looks and says, Dad, there's a doe right there. And I turn and look, I said, sure enough, yes. Boy, we get him ready and they come in, you know, and I shoot that one right there, the biggest one. And he shot her and boy, she jumped and ran and went down 12 feet, came back up 12 feet to the other side of the creek and died on the other side. That thing I just like wade the creek to get he got her. But they all had a great season.
That's good.
Super proud of them too. This one, I missed him in bow season and got him the next weekend.
With a bow.
With a bow. First compound buck I ever shot. I've never shot a compound. I never killed deer. I only killed one deer a long time ago in compound, and that was the only one I ever killed with it. Only buck I ever killed compound.
And that's it. There's most guys that go through their whole life and don't kill a buck that nice with a compound.
Yeah.
And hunt with a compound the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, a buddy of mine gave me he had old bear species, and he said, when you come get this bow, and he shoots left-handed like me and Forrest do. And
Only one's in her right mind.
yeah. And anyway, I was asking, he just gave it to me. He said, yeah, take it. And it works good. I shoot it. It shoots pretty good.
I mean, obviously it works pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, they came in. I was sitting in that tree stand, or it was one of October bow season, but it was one of them cold mornings. I get in there, I was like, well, there they come, boy. They come in.
Was you hunting out of Oklahoma? Because I don't remember a cold morning.
It was colder. It wasn't cold, but it was
cooler.
It
was
40s,
70 degrees.
Yeah.
It was probably 60. Probably 60 that morning. It was a cold. It was cold. It wasn't. Yeah.
I know for the first month of deer season, I just got ate up with ticks and chiggers because it is 75 degrees opening day. 82.
I'm telling you. Just like I told you during last spring turkey season, you gotta eat onions and garlic.
I eat plenty of garlic and onions.
That's what keeps them off of you.
I don't know, but like I said, I went in and I was sitting there and I see him. I mean, it's dark, and I see it. I thought I see him jump the fence, but it's getting old like Forrest. I can't see that fucking far no more.
You were older than me.
I know. I don't have glasses either. But anyway, I thought I seen him jump the fence, and I sat there waiting. That gorge, the grass is chest deep around there. And he comes in, and I was like, "Oh, they'll come right to my feeder." I was like, "Perfect." And I was sitting there, and boy, they went around me. Yeah, they went around me, and I didn't trim no trees out behind me. Right. I want to be hit. Oh yeah, I'm standing up already and waiting, and I done had too much time to be thinking about this. I'm already shaking. Yeah. So he comes, but finally he takes a step, and there's like a 6-point wind and a doe in there behind him. But he's starting to come around. And he gets in that opening, boy. I pull back my bow. I get right here. And I let off. Right over back over. He runs off. Runs over to Travis's stick place. He runs back over across the fence over there. So I was mad. We got down, went home, came back a couple weekends. Was it a weekday? Was it a weekend or a week? I don't remember.
Weekday. We just got off work when you had got off work.
I got off work and I went feed the feeder. I was in a cutoff. Went sitting. It was windy, but the wind was blowing out of the south, and the deer. He always came from the south, so he came there and I sat there and I went there 45 minutes. He came up out of the creek, right in there, and 16 yards I shot him. Yeah, I spined him first shot. Yeah. It's not bad. Like Forrest said, you don't forget that.
You'll only do it once.
I only did it one time and felt like when then got him opening morning muzzleloader. Sunday morning. Sunday?
Yeah. Was it Sunday?
It
was Sunday because I was hunting and I was trying to come find you guys with the guy with the drone. Because I just wanted to see it, and you guys were like, "Oh, we're being all secretive about it."
We were hoping we'd find him.
I ain't gonna tell you where. I was like, I don't really care about deer. I just want to see this dude fly his drone and find this deer.
It's pretty cool.
It was. Yeah, $250 for it, but he's good. He's good. I'd use him every time if I ever have. Anyway, they came in. Those came in. I was over there. I got up that morning. It was raining. Or Saturday morning was raining. Sunday morning I got up.
Foggy as shit.
Foggy. Got my four-wheeler out because I didn't know. Ran my four-wheeler in. Jumped a buck. About like this. In the dark. Yeah. And I looked in. I was like, no. I went on. Got in my blind. And it was like 7:30. Does come in. send poor pictures and say, "You want to shoot one of these does? You can get some meat in your freezer." And he came running in, pushing some dough. He ran in and he was like making a big loop and he wouldn't stop moving. And I brushed a shot on him, made a bad shot on him.
Just so we're clear, I could have 6 deer in October, already down on the ground, dead, and they're still gonna text me and ask me if I wanted to shoot deer from me.
Well, we just understand.
Anyway, he's never had 6 deer.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's probably not even seen 6 deer in October.
Closest his freezer had 6 deer in it is when I was putting my deer in.
I almost tagged out that one year.
But anyway, that was a bad shot. Very upsetting.
Yeah.
Anyway, he got away and got over on some other property Travis knew on there, but he's bedded up there. And that guy, the drone guy, he's like, "Man, I think he's gonna live. I think he meat sawed him and I felt like I didn't." And
We both kind of felt like he didn't.
yeah.
Like it was too bright.
Anyway, long story short, I did lose blood. He quit bleeding.
Yeah.
Anyway, the drone guy come out, found him. He was breathing fine, walking around fine. He's hurt, he just got shot, Came back and 2 weeks later, I found him dead on my property. So.
Well, at least he came back.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, chased back.
yeah.
At least he was able to get him.
Yeah.
I mean,
You always hate to
what a
lose
deer.
one like that.
Oh, it's actually that big, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd hate to lose a fawn, but
I hate
you know,
losing any deer. It don't
Yeah.
matter what size or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's, like I said, I always make good shots. I mean, like I said, I rushed that one. I think I shot him. I think I shot him too. Back here, came out here, didn't hit him. Because he was chasing them does around. I was afraid he was going to get. I should have just waited.
Yeah.
And man, but I was afraid he was going. I've had him come in, run them does, and think they're going to stop, and never stop, and jump the fence, take those, leave. Never even. And that's why I love muzzleloader season that time of year though.
We were
Yeah. That time of year is perfect time to be out there.
when I was surveying, we surveyed this place in Jinx, and we found a scrape on a tree that was probably about like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just ate up, and I was, man, I wonder if I could hunt this.
I mean, you can till somebody tells you can't.
So then the guy that owned the property next to the property we were surveying, we actually had to go on his side to get some extra stuff, and he come and talked to us, and he's showing us pictures of the buck that made that rub, and he had 12-inch G2s like this dude's like this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, you care if I hunt this?
Yeah.
He's like, my son hunts it all the time, and I don't let anybody else hunt it. And I was like, man, that sucks. That next day, the bow came to work with me. And me and the guy I work with, I used to hunt with him all the time, and we slipped down in this creek bed that was on the property that we were surveying on. It was on that property, but
Conjoined his.
it was buttoned up to his, and we're watching like hundreds of deer
Yeah.
in this pecan grove. And I mean, I'm sitting here watching bucks chase, and I'm like, all I need one to do is chase it to this side.
Yeah.
I was like, I will shoot it on this side. So I was sitting there, and I'm watching, nothing happening. I hear a door shut, and I'm like, what was that? And he goes, I don't know, I think somebody's there. We start hearing people talk and whatnot. I take my bow. I had this old high country. This sucker weighed like 50 pounds, and I chunk it into a 10 horn. And we come walking out of there with all we had a seven, so it looked like we was doing what we was supposed to be doing. We come walking out there, and it's Jinx police, and they're like, "What are you guys doing?" My bow case is wide open in the back seat, and we're like, "Oh, we're just surveying. We're surveying this lot here." And they're like, "Oh, okay. We just have a bunch of people come out here, so we're just making sure you guys weren't doing anything you weren't supposed to. Have a good day." And I was
No, not me.
that was in my younger days. I was 18.
Don't condone that behavior.
I was 18 years old. I was ready to catch a felony when I was doing.
He's never killed deer yet either. He was itching to kill a deer. That's how it starts.
Yeah. Shoot. Well, It's about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
we're an
It's-
hour and
it's-
a half into this.
No, we still got
It's
time about
past
turkey
bedtime. We'll do that next time. We'll do that on the next one.
That's coming up. We got to talk about turkey hunting.
We'll let Tyler get back and whatnot. We'll do a couple more of these.
Oh, we probably ought to get Ryder on here, his boy, because he's a turkey killing dude.
That's
And
fine.
I'll tell you what, he will not tell you
He
where
won't.
they're at. We've been pestering him for 2 years. Hey, just tell me where it's at. Tell me roundabout. He goes, no, put in your own work. He will not tell you.
That's right.
I got some spots found for us.
Ah.
Me too. The nature trail.
Use a bow.
Yeah.
You can use shotgun in that area.
Speaking of bow, I figured we better plug that in. If you guys have any questions about elite bows or slick trick broadheads or anything to do with the outdoor group, message us, get a hold of us. We will point you in the right direction. So, speaking of bows,
Go elite.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
shoot is elite. That's the first one I bought. Loved it.
elite or hit the streets.
Yeah.
Kids.
And remember, kill the squirrels.
Kill the squirrels. If you do anything in season, kill the squirrels.
Yeah.
So I guess that'll be it for this podcast, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Deuces.
Thanks.